I'm so blue. My poor heart is aching for you. Sometimes I feel like living, and other times I feel like dying. My good gal, she done quit me. It's all to ease my mind. Sometimes I feel like drinking, and other times I feel like dying. I'm going down to the river, gonna buy me a rocking chair, and if these blues don't leave me, gonna rock away from here. The blues. One more time. I'm gonna lay my old head on that lonesome railroad line and let that midnight special ease my troubled mind. Trouble in mind, I'm so blue. My poor heart is aching for you. Sometimes I feel like drinking, and other times I feel like dying.
Okay, so there you have it. Trouble in Mind, as performed by the Barroom Hack. Now, the first version I heard of this venerable tune was by the great Merle Haggard. I thought it was so cool that I had to learn it. But then, before doing this video, I rummaged through my digital collection, and I also found versions of the tunes by the great organ player Jimmy Smith, rock and roll pioneer Sister Rosetta Tharpe, one-man blues orchestra Snooks Eaglin, and the great Nina Simone and the great Sam Cooke. So the tune has really been around, and it's a good one to have in your bag. And in this video, we're going to, besides giving you the history, deconstruct the tune, give you a couple of neat ways to play it, some soloing ideas, and hopefully at the end you will be able to add it to your bag. Incidentally, if you're unfamiliar with some of the people I've just mentioned, you would be well advised to check out their music. It's timeless, and it will enrich your musical world and perhaps some of your other worlds as well. Now, this tune, as I said before, is an 8-bar blues in the key of F. This video is the second in a series. In the first one, we delved into another 8-bar blues, Sam Cooke's Bring It On Home to Me. But this tune introduces a new wrinkle. The ice cream changes, as they were referred to by my guitar instructor, the late great Reggie Guitar Boyd from the Windy City of Chicago. It's a 1-6-2-5 change, and we will get into that later. First, let's look at the structure of the tune and the chords. As I said, it's an 8-bar blues in F. So the bars are F, C7, F, B flat, then the ice cream changes, which would go from F to the D7th to the G7 to the C7, 2 beats apiece, and then a conventional turnaround from the F to the B flat to the F to the C7th. So we're going to look at the chords we use, some different variations on the chords, and some ways that you can combine the chords with some soloing. All right. Now, as we did in the previous video in this series, Sam Cooke's Bring It On Home to Me, we're going to use the remarkable Chord and Scale Finder to help you dig into the tune. Links to where you can get the Chord and Scale Finder can be found below, and there are some more detailed tutorials on how to use it, although we hope it's fairly self-explanatory. But anyways, when you fire the app up, it comes to the tuning page, but we'll go straight to the dictionary page. And there you can find it. It's down in the list of ways. Trouble in Mind, key of F using the major scale and the guitar in standard tuning. Now let's go to the fretboard page and start drilling down on the chords. Let's find the dictionary item over here on the left, Trouble in Mind. There it is. And we'll start with the various F chords and scales. So, the first chord, the root chord, is the F bar chord on the first fret. There's the chord. If you press the Use Tones button, you can see the chord tones, but that might be a little too advanced for this video. So there's one F chord. There's another one on the 5th fret that's a little more challenging, but it's important to have this chord shape in your bag. It's the D shape. If you look at the top 3 strings, just moved a little higher up on the neck. And then there are also some scales. Now, when I took a solo, I specifically restricted it to the pentatonic scale, F pentatonic scale going from frets 2 through 8. And we'll dig down on that a little bit later when I discuss soloing. But I'm also going to show you an F major scale going from frets 5 through 8. And you can see how the chord I just showed you, is embedded in this scale. Actually, that's a key musical insight. Chords and scales are really the same thing, same notes. It's just how you use them. And then a subset of that scale on the top 3 strings can be used for some bends and some banjo rolls. And yeah, I believe that's it for the F chord. So we'll go on to the B flat chord now. Okay, now let's move on to the 4 chord. That would be the B flat. So the first shape is the standard bar chord here at the 1st fret. And then, slightly more advanced, is a B flat that goes from frets 3 to 6. You got to stretch a little bit, but again, this is a very important chord shape for hammer-ons, pull-offs, and that beautiful sort of Curtis Mayfield, Steve Cropper, Jimi Hendrix sound, which we will delve into a little bit later. Here is a little 3-chord wonder. What tones are those from the chord? The 1, the 3, and the 5. Yeah, it's all you need. So you can use that plus the open E string to get some nice rolls going. And let's go back to that other B flat shape there. We'll see how the B flat major scale fits into that. So we will use that for some soloing ideas. All right, now let's look at the C chord. For the most part, we'll be using this basic C7th shape from frets 1 to 3, but we will sometimes use this 3-note wonder here, similar to the B flat, going from frets 8 through 10. Like I said, on those 3 notes, you can do some nice little rolls and also incorporate that open E. And then we'll look at this other shape, which we also looked at with the B flat. That's used for hammer-ons and pull-offs. And we'll show you the C major scale that fits with that. We'll give you some examples later on. And now let's look at some of the chords we use in the ice cream changes, the sort of prelude to the turnaround. The first one is the D7th chord, going from frets 3 to 5. It's the same shape as the C7th. And then we have a G7th chord, also from frets 3 to 5. And now we'll use the remarkable real-time capabilities of the Chord and Scale Finder to show you the ice cream changes in real time. Here we go. This always blows me away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and now let's see how we can use some of these chord shapes to do some soloing or some sort of half solo, half rhythm stuff. So now let's drill down on these chords a little bit. We will start with the F chord. Here's the basic shape at the first fret. And here's that pentatonic scale that I took a solo on. As I said, I took care just to stay on those few frets. So I would suggest that you get that pentatonic shape. There's two shapes combined there in your head, and just play around with it and see what you come up with. And my personal feeling is that if you're going to get some personality in your soloing, it's more likely to come from tasteful use of slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs, than playing complicated patterns really fast. So when I say hammer-ons and pull-offs, I mean stuff like, and the slides. And then at the 8th fret, there's a nice tasty little bend. You hold the high E string constant, and you move the B string up a fret, and you get a nice country bend. From the B flat, there's the shape at the 1st fret. And here is the more complicated shape that you should, try to get under your fingers. And I superimposed the scale on it. So once again, you're going to get some nice sounds by just playing around with hammer-ons, like. That's how people like, Curtis Mayfield, Cornell Dupree work some magic. And you can do the same thing, a couple frets higher, with the C shape. And then I showed you the little 3-note wonders. Here's the C, and the open E. And then drop it 2 frets, and you get the B flat. And there the E is a little dissonant, but it'll still work as, a passing note. And then we'll do the ice cream changes. F, D7, G7, C7, turn around. Now, let's play the song again. And I'll put little screenshots in of what I'm using for the, various solos and rolls. One, two, three, four. So blue, my poor heart is aching for you. Sometimes I feel like living, and other times I feel like dying. My good gal, she done quit me. It's all to ease my mind. Sometimes I feel like drinking, and other times I feel like dying. I'm going down to the river, gonna buy me a rocking chair, and if these blues
ease my troubled mind. Trouble in mind, I'm so blue. My poor heart is aching for you. Sometimes I feel like drinking, and other times I feel like dying.
So there you have it. All the components you need to whip off a nice tasty version of the Venerable Blues classic Trouble in Mind next time you hit the open mic night at the local bar or the coffee house. So just to sum up everything, listen to a few of the versions that we discussed earlier. Check out the pentatonic scales. Check out the more advanced bar chords that I showed you and learn how to do some hammer-ons and pull-offs. Check out those little three-note wonders, the B flat and the C chords, and try some banjo rolls. Put it all together and you'll be grooving. All right, this is the Barroom Hacks signing off till the next time around.